Grand Rising. This is Urban Team tapping in.
And Noah, bring you the info. What is going on, family? Known to Third Party Nation Reports. We are back together.
Urban Team.
I know, of course.
You return. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, long while.
In the new setup.
We here. We here
with y'all.
What we talking?
Got a new background.
We got more on the way. I know you can see a little like, what the hell wrong with his back?
It took a while. We
get there. Don't worry about that.
Right.
But what is the subject? What are we talking about today?
So today we're going to talk about the comedian Monique as she talked about her brother molesting her and generational trauma. So I don't know if you've seen the interview or seen parts of. She was on.
It's on Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
I believe they call it Club Shay Shay.
Club Shay Shay.
Yeah. So if y'all know him, he's been doing amazing interviews lately.
Yeah.
Especially with the Cat
Williams, and just the whole comedy catastrophe thing that's been going on with all that, man.
Yeah, it's been a snowball effect.
Yeah.
But he started it, and then comedian Monique kind of like wrote it into play.
Yeah.
And she kind of been telling her side of things. If y'all remember, I've been putting up episodes, and he been doing shorts and stuff on it. So this is the next part. So she was on there, and she was talking about being taken advantage of by her brother. So I'm just going to go a little, just kind of glance through. And we're going to just get this conversation going.
Yeah.
So around the age of 7 to 13, she's been molested by her brother, and it's impacted her life for a while now. And this also kind of went on to how it reflect how like the relationships that she got with men later on, because something like that, a changer. Her view and things like that. So of course.
It's funny, kind of like what she said with, I don't want to mention it, but kind of like what she said with Tiffany Haddish.
Okay.
Like, she kind of did like a body shot to her, saying she had a man, which is, I ain't gonna lie, it's true, because lately Haddish been kind of off a little bit. Like, she had
a lot.
A lot. I'm trying to be, with this. But kind of like I said, 'cause it seems like it's a problem when Monique is having her man around to guide her, not really, just helping her out and things.
Right.
And like I said, go ahead, continue.
No, you straight. Go ahead.
But kind of like what you say, it's not more about the disrespect, the joke, and all that kind of stuff. It's more about, I think, she's getting out of hand with certain things, and I think it's because she had Common.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I'm saying. She didn't want Common. Right. So after Common left and found somebody real,
right?
Everybody always like Common. It was a rumor when Common messing with Common found somebody real.
He been with her for a while now, so
yeah.
I mean, people can't argue that.
Yeah, but even so, like he liked it. Haddish, Haddish the one that played him out.
Look at her. You think Haddish going to keep him?
I'm not gonna go that. But what I'm saying is, after when Common got with somebody else, all of a sudden now she's saying all this.
She bad now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But I'm not going to rant with that.
Hater.
But good.
So pretty much. So she was just talking about being traumatized. She's been guarded, and she said it takes that being traumatized like that. Like how we said before, it's going to affect you.
Your life.
So she been getting into a relationship with all types of men because of that.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to, she's going through her phases of time. So she been in.
Which it still affects you.
It's multiple
affects you. Yeah, relationships with multiple different men and all that kind of stuff, having sex with multiple men, all that kind of stuff too. It does.
Right.
It mentally and physically.
Yeah.
But
and that's stuff that you're eventually gonna have to go see help and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
for the longest, what happened is a lot of people think that that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Is to keep getting into, I think some victims, from what I looked it up, they say it feels like they're taking their power back.
Yeah.
By them engaging in sexual or set a hold because it's like that, they feel like they got that energy that somebody took.
And we knew women like that too.
Yeah, that's
so we're not just talking our ass with
right.
Like we knew women like that too who were abused and was promiscuous.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So
no, it was right.
Yeah.
So she said she was always kind of aggressive how she was, and because she was violated, it made her always be in a kind of like a defense.
Yeah.
It was just a show. So she said she could always, sometimes that's why she got that energy.
Yeah.
You know, like she said she hears something just to if it feels like someone's attacking her, she's going to already.
Yeah.
Because it made her in her words, it made her feel like I gotta get you before you get me.
Yeah.
And she been operating off of that for years now. I gotta get you before you get me, because she was molested, taking advantage of.
And this before she met her husband.
Yeah.
So
So, and then of course when she met him, and it's funny because at one part this is more later on, but at one part he was saying that she was saying when she came to terms and he helped her heal. She looked back and she said how many men she been with. She said it broke her, and she finally, and that's when the husband was like, you're not a. Can you want me to say some words right here?
Wait, so 3 or 4?
Yeah, she said, and then that's what she said. That's when he was like, no, you just got a friendly kitty cat, basically. So that's when they heard. You might heard that. Yeah, that's what the husband. So the husband trying to help her out.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's unique that she was able to flip it and learn, and with the help of him, how to come to heal. Then of course counseling and everything else that they had to go through. But Monique, it's another interesting thing. She said that the husband, now this rubbed certain people the wrong way because they feel like it was attacked, but it wasn't. Yeah. She was going to see a therapist, psychiatrist therapist, and they were saying that her husband said it. I think she was saying that the husband said it before the therapist did, or the therapist didn't want to say it because it was going to feel like an attack. Yeah. The husband was like, you cannot use you being, taken advantage of now, because that happened when you was a kid. Yeah. She keep making decisions off of that. When you're a grown person. She said she was mad for days. But she's like, it hit her. Okay, he was like, you said that happened to you when you was young. All the other people you laid with didn't take advantage. Exactly. You choose to lay down with them. Yeah. It hurts, but you had to take that back now. Like you could control now. You couldn't
always want to be kind of always wanting to be the victim. Yeah. Always want to blame everything that happens in your life in present time. Right. Then, it's going to affect. Yeah, we already know it's going to affect you. But like I said, you got to get help, figure things out, and stop blaming. And that goes back to what I was saying. About stop blaming stuff. Take responsibility for certain things. Like I said, you was young at the time. You didn't have, people took advantage of you. But now you're older, and No. I was babbling a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. That's good because I was gonna get back on it because she needed the husband to kind of help. She's her own person. I'm not saying she can't make it without him or nothing like that. Like they both, for him to come in and she said that her psychiatrist said that. When she went back and said that, she said the same thing. Psychiatrist, but she said she didn't want it to sound like an attack. So when he said it, she said they both said pretty much the same thing.
It's always going to be an attack. Right. When a man says it. Yeah. Cause we always gotta be rough with it, but we always speak the truth.
He said he loved her too much to let her keep going on that route. Yeah. And keep using that same hurt. He was like, that happened to you, and of course it's bad. Mm-hmm. But now you're older, and all the people that you slept with. You did it at that time, but it was your decision. Yeah. Now it's time to come out of that. Yeah. You've grown, and to me that shows a lot of growth on her. Yeah. Her what's her name? And I think that shows that this guy actually showed women that it's a way out. Yeah. It's a way out of it and not be stuck in that ball of what's it. And what's interesting about it, the brother. I don't know if you heard this part, but the brother, Oprah brought her family. Yeah. On there, which she wasn't supposed to.
Which that was janky, like you said, it was janky, because it was just trying to make her look bad, and her family bad. Which Oprah got her own issues with her own family. Yeah. But I'm not gonna get into that.
And also, I want to jump on. She trusts Oprah. So when she was telling her Oprah this, because I think she was saying that Oprah was telling her deep stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they was bonding and stuff like that. So for Oprah to go back, you're like, you know what? I got your mom right here. Yeah. She can tell the story. She's like, hey, what you do? Hey,
the thing is, Monique agreed to certain people, but she still low key sneak other, you know what I'm saying, doing a little low key thing.
So Oprah did?
Yeah. So yeah.
They're trying to be slick.
Just trying to be slick.
Yeah. And what's the name? And I think that's when it was like, and then on top of that, that's when she had the brother. She let the brother want to talk about it. And I'm just like, how dare you even?
Yeah.
That's for Monique to handle.
Yeah.
To put it on a big TV.
Yeah.
And I want you to hold this thought because this kind of goes all the way back. I remember seeing a clip on Oprah that it was an old Mike Tyson clip. Mm-hmm. And she asked Mike, and I know she used to talk shows. She a journalist type, asked some questions, and this is when his daughter got murdered.
Yeah. And
I remember Oprah was like, oh yeah, so how she did to me, it was so like
it's kind of nowhere with it.
It kind of nowhere, and it was like she did to me. It was like she had heart and soul, because to ask him, and I don't know if the TV prompters told her to, or the people, the company, or whatever, but she's like, yeah. So when your daughter got I don't know, I don't think she got raped. I think she got killed or strangled. Mm-hmm. And she's like, so when it happened, could you talk? Man, I think he was like, I can't talk about. And for her just to jump with it, I think you gotta see it.
To keep prying on it.
The prime one, and I bring that up. When I seen that, and then I see this, I'm like, yo, Oprah. Like, I kind of already had a prejudge of a thing about how Oprah is. Like, almost like she just like, I don't know, man. It was like.
But it's funny because when it comes to her own like affairs, she, you know what I'm saying, dealing with. I can't think of the guy that she was friends with. Not Weinstein. Was Weinstein?
No,
I can't think of the guy's name, but he was raping women, and she was close with him. She didn't say one word. This is when the Michael Jackson
was it
documentary. I think it was Weinstein. I can't remember.
Okay.
But y'all guys can look this up.
Right.
But she didn't say one word. Didn't have no documentary on it. She kept quiet about it.
Right.
And this is a guy who really actually raped women and everything.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. But she was close with. She was shaking hands. She was literally like cool with this guy.
Right.
So, but like I said, to me, her journalism and all that kind of stuff is janky to me. Cool. Oprah kind of flip floppy.
Right.
I ain't trying to get a whole Oprah bash thing. We're talking about Monique.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So pretty much. So she showed her side by just doing that. She wasn't, like you said, she wasn't supposed to even have her family on it.
Yeah.
And then of course everything else Oprah did to her. Yeah. Actually did to her. So pretty much I just want to say that she did overcome, that, and I think this is a good like we'll say story, almost like a coming to terms, and you're not what your past.
Yeah.
That's why I think, even though people trying to keep her down, I think she over.
And it's funny because people probably thought that we were going to talk about more of her talking about all the comedians.
No.
We didn't want to get into that because it's more about the hypocrisy in people.
Right.
I can't keep. I forgot saying the girl's name, the actor's name. I'm gonna mess her name up.
What's her name?
Peterson, Taj Peterson, Taji Peterson, right?
Taji.
I keep messing up. I'm gonna get their name right.
Is it Taji?
We're gonna keep messing it up. Yeah. Forgive us, y'all. But yeah, because even back then, I was kind of like not rooting for her too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dave Chappelle is a bigger comedian,
right,
making millions. Yeah, of course. Right. Netflix gonna want. So, but I seen the other stuff that was going on with her, and they was just bashing her for no reason.
Yeah.
So now with Taj Peterson, then I'm like, okay, something ain't right. But it's really terrible.
I'm gonna jump on that, guys. I was gonna say I feel bad for Monique because at the time I did protect her. I wasn't fully on the other side, but I was just like, she brought up other comedians, and I think she was saying like her pay. She wasn't even getting paid much as the other women, but the other women was white. So she brought up them, and I think a lot of people thought she was trying to say that she's in their league and stuff, but she would just say women. I think she was saying at the time that women is not getting respected, especially black women. Black women mainly is getting low paid, and now I think she was saying also that sometimes it's not the message, the messenger. So they said they played her out, but now Taji P is coming out, and she's kind of getting support
with the whole Oprah incident. And I heard about the whole the color purple where they're what's the I'm not gonna say their rooms. They're the mobile homes at one set was lit on fire. Nobody cared about them. Nobody really
blowing up.
Blowing up and all that kind of stuff too. So
and when they told Oprah got mad, they didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And they said yeah.
So we already know she janky.
She real janky.
But just to go back what I was saying with Monique, is that, man, I'm glad that she have her man. She got a good man,
right?
And he's looking out for her. Right. I think everybody was mad at him because he's there helping her get her bag, right. And that's what a man's supposed to do, is help her get her bag and do it. He wasn't even saying nothing crazy. Right. So I remember when all this was going on before, right. They were getting mad at him, right. But he really didn't do nothing.
And it's so rare to see a black
father, black
man, husband, and a wife working together. And like she said, it's an issue. It's an issue because it's like almost
unheard. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be. Black men's supposed to just be hood and not be around, not take care of the kids, not do nothing.
Exactly. Right? And blowing stuff up. So seeing that they are in unison, working together, and he got that no playing attitude.
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but they almost make it seem like, you know, like
she said.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we talk about with that. Like I just get frustrated, man, because like I said, it's the TV stuff. We supposed to be hood. We supposed to have no fathers. We supposed to, just get it's nonsense.
But yeah. So he always there protecting her. He's always. Well, I mean, they always together. So like you say, it's because you don't see it. It's rare, and they almost attack him. They almost. That's the other part you were just saying.
That's what I'm saying. He's not really getting rowdy. He's not really doing nothing. He just protecting her, make sure she gets her money and it's right.
So for Tiffany Haddish to come out and say I couldn't deal with that husband of hers.
She had no right to say.
Shannon Sharp come back her back.
Yeah.
And says, well, she don't have a husband at all.
I said she had no right to even say that.
Was it
GQ? I think it was GQ.
Okay.
She had no right to say that in GQ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was just wrong anyway.
Right.
And on top of, like I said, all the stuff that she been going through lately, breaking down and losing friends and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna keep going back and forth on that.
Right.
You know, but yeah, so I'm glad that her man is there to look out for her and take care of her and, just, do what he's supposed to do.
Right. So pretty much to add on that, so that's pretty much, so we're gonna kind of let it go smoothly into the second half of this is battling through generational trauma with, and because she bring up a good point. This is all because Monique, it's still the Monique episode, but we're going into the next part because she said some interesting stuff, saying that we got a lot of that in our community of trauma of being molested and taking advantage of, and stuff that family holds and not really kind of talk about and clear stuff out. So for Monique to come out, I mean, this is her brother.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of that in the black community. And I know a lot of people are like, every community, but we're black, so we're gonna talk about, and it's like you're not supposed to it goes on, but we kind of just we keep the door closed.
We always be quiet about it, and
we kind of be quiet
just
about it. Shut down,
and just go about our lives. But then it's still affecting us when we having kids, when we're getting married, when we're having relationships. So all that kind of stuff, it's going to stay.
If you don't get help and try to
they just shut down and just continue. And like I said, I was watching Creed. I keep mentioning Creed with him, and even with Creed, he had his trauma as a child.
Right.
He ran away as a child, and it still affected him when he was like, how old was he? 30 something.
He was like 30 something.
Like I said, and it wasn't even his fault. At the end of Creed 3. Even Damien, right?
Right.
Damien even told him, dude, it wasn't your fault. You was a child. You ran away.
He said it. He the bad guy.
He said it. And he punched him a couple times. But that's what I'm saying. So we carry a lot of things. We carry a lot of trauma and all that kind of stuff, especially like a black community of I'm going to go back to slavery. Everybody, slavery. Yes, slavery. Epigenetics. I'm going to say it again.
Break it down.
Epigenetics.
Break it down.
I'm not going to break it down for them.
Oh, you ain't going to break it down?
You're going to research. You're going to research. Epigenetics. It affects the environment and your DNA and all that kind of stuff. So it does affect down the line certain things in your environment. So it does. So yes, that is real. So kind of like I was saying, when you're getting older and you're dealing with other life things, that's gonna be inside you, and it's gonna affect a lot of things and how you move, man. So you have to get help and figure stuff out. And it's like I said, you don't want to talk about, especially you be around the same people that did something to you. You be going to barbecues, you be going like, hey, cousin, whatever, and still be around the same people just completely just out of it. Like I don't want to be around Uncle John.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know why?
Uncle John.
Like that's what I'm saying, man. So we have to make sure this gets out, talk about it, and punish the people who did things and get help for it, and get help and move on and become better.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, it's too much, like he said before, it's too much in our community. And it's affecting the way how we grow.
How we move.
We think. Think about it. This stuff don't disappear.
Yeah.
If you don't get help, and they wonder why, and kind of like what Monique said in the episode, it made it because of that and not being like her fixing it or trying to.
Yeah.
She thought just going out and being with more men. Is to what you call it when you try to cure the pain, but you're not doing it right. I can't think of it right now. But you try to look for
it's a quick coping mechanism.
Yeah, there it goes.
We have a lot of that.
We have a lot of that.
That's with drugs, with liquor, with weed. Yeah, I said like, oh my God, weed. Yes. Some of y'all every morning, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, it's gonna affect how you move.
We hurt, man.
It's gonna affect how you move.
Hurt people. So we hurt, and we just going along with life. And not facing it. So for her to come out, it still amazes me that she could talk about
out in public, talking about
your brother. I always hear, it's bad, period. But your brother, like family, people that you trust, and stuff like that. Like it's just like in our community, it's terrible because. And also, we got small. In the black community, we have where people want to protect some of them people.
Yeah,
we seen stories of. I can't remember her name, but that one lady.
It's not really a protection.
It's not protection, but like
it's more like because it's like denial.
It's denial,
and like I can't believe that he would do this. I can't believe she would do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's be real. A lot of times it's a pattern.
Right.
And like I said, it usually be patterns with stuff like that. You gotta really, and somebody say something, you gotta take it seriously.
Right.
But you just gotta investigate and figure things out.
Right.
A lot of times you don't want to believe the little kid or go take them somewhere and get DNA testing or that kind of stuff. Like we got all this kind of stuff now to figure things out.
Right.
I'm not saying go run up on a person as soon as you hear somebody say something, go punch him and beat him down. But you can go, So
I want to say this real fast because D.L. Hughley was going at her too.
Yeah.
D.L. Hughley, to me, he's a clown. It came out that I got the clip. I was gonna do a short about it. I was gonna show the video and then
Yeah.
So he came out and said that. Well, I think Monique. He tried to say that Monique said that he let his daughter get raped. Stuff like that in front of him. I don't think it was like that, but it came out.
Well, she said something similar to that, and I think she did. I don't know what her full words were.
Right.
But she did apologize. I know that she did apologize to him.
Yeah.
But for me, when he was talking about her, he was more making jokes and attacking things. It didn't feel right.
Because I found that clip, and I actually recorded it on my phone. So I found it, and he actually meant that his daughter was molested, was taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And he said, this is his words. I got the clip. He said that when she told him, he didn't believe her. He believed the other person.
Yeah.
Because this person was either like, I guess his dear friend or big to him or something. And so
it was hard, man.
It was hard for him to believe because they said some kids lie. They didn't know, but it's just like how can you not believe your daughter or actually go investigate?
It's more, like I said, it's more about investigating and finding out, confronting the people and talking about it and seeing if it's real or not.
Yeah. He did.
We go on words. That's the starting. That's the starting point. Words is the starting point.
Right.
Like John touched me,
and
that's what I'm saying. Then it's like, okay, we gotta get you tested. Did he? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like we find out what's going on and talk to the kid.
Right.
Yeah, kids will lie and they'll slip up.
Yeah.
They'll make a mistake and be like, I just lie, I joke. You know what I'm saying? So if they keep on going at it, or they feel, are they acting a certain type of way? Because a lot of times kids will act certain ways or act up. Just act up. You know what I'm saying? Or certain things. Then we find out.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You have to do that kind of stuff.
Right.
But yeah.
So they burned him because of course it came out that she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
So that is a lot of part of our community too. Like MS.
He was angry.
Just said he was angry, but like you said, he could have just investigated. He listened to you know, the other guy. But to kind of go back and talk, I was saying about in our community, we have people that don't, like, we kind of in denial. It was a woman that cut off her father's. You heard about it. I thought I told you this was a while ago. She was getting raped for years. She was getting raped for years. Yeah, I thought that she was African or something. Yeah, it was years ago, but she was getting raped from a little girl all the way into, what's her name? All the way to she was a young adult. And she actually cut his penis. All the church people didn't believe her. Yeah. And so it got to the point that she got tired of it. Yeah. And she got jailed for it too. Yeah. Even though she out now. But it was just like, she went through that and no one believed her. And he was actually flying out there. I think it was flying out nieces and daughters, other people over there, and he most likely was doing that to them too. Yeah. So it got to the point that she did what she did. But it shouldn't even got to the point, even that, like, when something like this is brought up, it's just like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the dad might have actually been a deacon or a pastor. So of course he had a little protection. Yeah. That's why I say I feel like it's denial. Because
that's a father, and it's a delicate situation to be in. I hope no one ever get in that kind of situation. Because like I said, it is delicate, and you really have to find out what's really going on.
Deep down, I feel like they probably had an idea that he do stuff like that. You don't just that can't be that hidden.
Just ignoring it is an issue.
That's what I'm saying.
Plain and simple. You don't ignore it.
What's that word? You complicit? Is that the word I'm looking for? Complacent or complicit? Like if you know something, but you don't do nothing, but you still part of it because you could have said something. Like you just standing there. Yeah. So to me, when we see stuff like that, I feel like that. And it only takes only certain people actually want to come out and actually trying to get to the truth of these things. Yeah. So to me, it's all messed up, man. But
that's all we got to say.
That's all. That's pretty much how to say about this, man. And with finishing words, what would you tell the people if you go or see stuff like this, or it could be a possibility? Would you tell them should they go blow the horn? Should they
just like I said, just confront it.
Right.
Listen to your children. Right. And just be, because you're gonna be emotional. Right. But like I said, confront it. Make sure you talk to the child a lot. Make sure they're not lying. Make sure, because you're not gonna believe. Let's be real. You're not gonna believe a lot of it. If it's a family member or somebody that's close to you, it's gonna be hard to think that they did it. Right. But like I said, that's why we investigate, like the old Batman thing. We gotta investigate. Right. Gotta figure things out. Right. Then once you know for sure. Once you know that the child is not just acting up or being bad, it is lying, then do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like I said, it's complicated. The only reason it's complicated because it's cousins and all that. But if it wasn't nobody like that, you will still do the same. Right. You'll be more. But it's a shame, man.
It take a strong person to actually come out. Yeah. And I'll say, ask for help. Go out if you gotta get help, do it, but don't sit there and take it.
That's it.
Don't sit there and take it, guys. But anyway, we want to say like, share, subscribe. You know where to find us.
Subscribe, all that. Do all that. Get us monetized. All right. Watch this video. That's it.
All right. That's it. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We out. Peace.
My nation is salute.
AM to the PM, 3 PM. Plant the seeds, water them, and let the trees stand. News, information, and knowledge. Water with enough that can save your sons and daughters digging through this wicked world. Crack the shell and get the pearl. Ready for anything the world hurl. Die standing, then living on your knees with the targets on your back.
Coming from the bottom of the roots, we got you. Third party is the truth, hitting you with the real thoughts and info questions. You be laughing out your shoes and boots. Sit down and watch Third Party Nation. Stand and salute. Woo! Oh yeah, Third Party.